So, hi everyone. If we haven't met you, Jonty, Megan, we've been at C3 since November last year, so just coming on a year. Originally from South Africa, like the rest of C3 London. Springboks. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I mean, the journey here has been an interesting one. We've been going out, we started dating when we were 18. We met when we were 8, which Meg always likes to tell people that she didn't like me, but the ring on her finger says different.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, she had opportunities to say no, and she said yes like 3 times. Engagement, 1. Wedding, yeah. I gave her opportunities to get out of it, yeah. No, but in all seriousness, moving to London was something that was probably on my heart from a young age. I was convinced I would be a lawyer in the middle of London, which didn't happen. Meg was a little bit more hesitant. And then just before we left, we had all our family moving over, and we were sitting there thinking, is that our story as well? And we were really careful not to just jump into it. South Africa will always be home to us, but we were just worried that we were just following the crowds. So we took quite a while to make that decision. A lot of prayer, a lot of sleepless nights about, is this the next journey for us? And we'd made the jump, which was amazing to have family, but obviously leaving our church community back in South Africa and our friends was a little bit difficult, and that's where
I'm going to take over. We arrived in, not exactly London, in April last year, and we had the blessing of staying with Jonty's older brother in Walton-on-Thames. We both didn't come over with jobs, so the first few months were a bit frantic, but we found our feet quite quickly. But then it was a bit of a struggle with transport to work because I was working far out in West London. Jonty jumped around a bit, but ended up in central London, and just the travel was killing us. So we started looking for a flat in the area. We love the southwest area, and we were determined we were going to live here. So viewing after viewing after viewing, which I know is a lot of people's story, we finally found a flat in Wandsworth. And when we signed the contract and everything, we're like, okay, now we need to find a church. And we had really struggled when we were in Walton because Jonty's brother and sister had their church, but we didn't feel that was our church. We struggled with the community. I think I struggled more than you because I need my other people around me, and suddenly they weren't there. They were back in South Africa. So, we found C3 online, and we were like, okay, well, we'll give it a try. And it was one of the last services in the old couch building. I don't know. And we got there, and we were very hesitant, and Jonty turned to me and he was like, you sure you want to go in? Are you okay? It's like, yeah, okay, let's just subtly walk past and see what's happening there first. And Christina was sitting at the door on team at the little coffee hut, caught our eye, and didn't let us run away. She made a beeline for us. She was like, hi, you're new. What's your names? Started having a conversation with us. I don't think she even remembers, but basically dragged us into the church. It was Laura's wedding, so the church was completely empty. There were like 10 people in church. So we walked away and we were like, yeah, there's some nice people. We're not so sure about the church, though. Anyway, after revisiting a few Sundays, by the end of going for a month, we were like, it's a pretty decent church, and we don't mind if Phil kind of marries us. That's okay. It was just kind of an answer to prayer to find a community. It was something, only when you get it again do you realize how much you've missed it. And we got planted into the Wandsworth dinner party. We made friends really quickly, and it's one thing having friends, but it's a completely different thing having, as your work people say, Jesus friends, because they just understand you on this deeper level. But yeah.
And it's just something I would encourage new people at C3, get plugged in. I mean, we got here getting ready to get married, and we're like, okay, well, I have 20 people, just friends, family. Ended up having you marrying us. We had Christina as a bridesmaid, and we had so many people here celebrating us. And it was really special just, having that first dance and looking around and seeing not just people who love you, but people who are praying for you, people who are there for you day in, day out. So, anyone who is thinking about C3 London, get plugged in. We're in your face a little bit. Christina will drag you around, and, she just now rocks up at our house asking for food, which we give her. But that's a Christina-only deal. But yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, it's just such a blessing to be part of this family.